Hi everybody, thank you so much for coming back to watch. Today I'm excited to do this pretty pastel purple look. If you want to see how I created this look, please keep watching. Make sure you're subscribed and like this video. Let's get started. So today I'm going to combine my Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette and a few shades of the Carly Bible palette. I'm starting off with the color Bible, and this is from the Carly Bible palette. And you're probably thinking like, I can't really see what you're doing, but in a way I want you to keep in mind that the reason why I have this angle right now is because I'm looking down at my mirror. So for this part, you want to make sure that you're holding your mirror below your chin and your eyes are looking down towards it, because we want to make sure we draw and place the color to the angles of our crease. And since I don't have much of a crease because I have hooded eyes, I really have to stay looking down for this part. So with one side of the brush, this is a Urban Decay brush that came with the Alice in Wonderland palette. I'm packing on the color where I want it. Basically just kind of place it as a guide where I want it to go. And with the other side, it's a blending side. I'm going to start blending and diffusing the color so there's not any harsh lines. And then I'm going to keep repeating the process. As you know, it's a process that requires practice, and so you're going to keep doing these steps 2 or 3 times. Pack on the color with one side where you want it, and then use a blending brush to diffuse it out and blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh. And you'll see me repeat a lot of the process because it's better to start off with less eyeshadow than start off with a lot of eyeshadow and then mess up and you have to erase and wipe off the whole look because you don't like how it looks. And if it starts off too strong, most of the time that's what ends up happening. And I don't know about you, but ain't nobody got time to be wiping off a look and starting over and over again. Well, for the next eye, do the exact same process. I'm just gonna speed it up as usual, and I wanted to use this as the main crease color because it's more of a mauvey purple transition, but it's not too bright and not too dark. Since we're keeping this look pastel, I thought it would go perfect. When you're done placing the color the way you want it, we're going to move on to step number 2, which is getting a thin pencil brush or detail brush. Get the lightest concealer or primer that you have and start drawing out the line of where we're going to place the other eyeshadows. For this one, you'll notice I'm going way in the inner corner, almost towards the bridge of my nose, and I'm doing the creases I want it. For the tail, which is the outer portion of it, just pretend that you're continuing the bottom waterline. So just like you're doing a wing eyeliner, get that concealer, get the brush, and just draw the line up, continue it up, and then you just connect it there at that little intersection. And when you connect it, you can make it as curved or as angled as you want, and repeat the same thing on the other eye. Now you will not guess which color I'm using. I promise you will not guess because in the palette it looks much brighter and vibrant, but when you want just a wash of color, you're gonna pick up some color and blend it out as much as you can onto the eyelid. That way it looks like a wash of color and just like a light shade of it versus a bright packed on eyeshadow. This is the color Shugington from the Jackie Aina palette, and I absolutely love it because you can build it up so it can be as true as it looks in the palette, or you can make it a wash of color for a pastel look just like I'm doing right now. And I'm just tapping my brush once or twice into the color very lightly and then pressing it and blending it on all over your eyelid will give you this pretty pastel effect. Now that I have my eyelid color all over the lid where I want it, I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to tap my brush into a little bit of pinker and just a little tiny tap of Big Wig, both from the Jackie Aina palette. Tiny taps. And then you just blend those out to add more definition and more depth to your crease color. And if you go overboard with the darker colors, remember you can always blend it out. Now I'm going to top it off with the NYX Glitter Goals liquid eyeliner, and this is in the shade Crystal Ball. So if you can, grab all of these colors because you can do this look with all the different colors. But today I'm using Crystal Ball, and it's a pretty easy eyeliner to use because the glitter is fine and the brush tip is really fine too, so it's precise. As you can see, I'm not struggling at all. And all you have to do is practice, and it should be pretty easy and simple to apply. Don't stress over it, just take a deep breath and then don't breathe. I couldn't decide which eyeliner to add onto it in the purple family, so I got the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner in the shade Vivid Blossom, and I mixed a NYX liquid lipstick. That is a tongue twister, and I mixed in a dot of that. I mixed those two to get this shade of purple, which as you can tell came out very pastel, and I thought it was a perfect vibe for this. A little purple moment, if you will, and then repeat the same thing on the other eye. For the eyeliner, you really want to take your time because since you're using light colors, if you mess up too much and make it too thick, it's going to be very noticeable and kind of hard to correct. You can always go in with concealer to correct the line and add more eyeshadow, but like I mentioned, ain't nobody got time for that, so I just try to be as precise and take my time as much as possible. So this is the finished eye look. You just need to add your eyelashes, and the bottom eyeshadow color is going to be the mixture of the ones I used on the top. Finish your face and you're all set for a fabulous pastel look. Thank you so much for watching. See you next video.